Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder. Ever wonder what secrets are hiding in plain sight with corporate filings? Today we're diving into a company report that's like a choose-your-own adventure book but with numbers. Stick around because things might not be as straightforward as they seem. We are looking into Xometry's latest report. This report is essentially a corporate update that they have to share with their investors to let everyone know what's happening with the company. It covers everything from who got elected to the board to how happy the shareholders are with the company's pay packages. Before we get started, if you are into straight talk about company documents, make sure you are subscribed to our channel. We also have a growing Discord community. The link is in the description below. Definitely join us. First things first, the event we're talking about happened back in June of 2025. That's when Xometry held their annual meeting. This is where all of their shareholders get together, either in person or virtually, and vote on important things about the direction of the company. The main point of this update is to tell everyone how exactly those votes went down. These votes determine who sits on the board of directors and whether shareholders approve of the company's executive pay. Speaking of votes, the first vote was about electing a director. Directors basically help steer the ship, giving advice and making crucial decisions. At this meeting, the shareholders elected Randolph Altshuler to the board, ensuring he'll be around until 2028. Next up, they're a vote on executive pay. It wasn't a binding vote, but more of a temperature check. This means shareholders got to say whether or not they thought the top executives were being paid fairly. It is like giving a thumbs up or thumbs down to the company's compensation strategy. Finally, the shareholders voted to double-check that Deloitte & Touche, a well-known accounting firm, was selected to check the company's books for the year. This keeps everything honest and transparent. Now let's look at the specific numbers from each vote. Remember, these numbers show how happy or unhappy the investors are. For the election of Randolph Altshuler, over 64 million votes were cast in favour, while about 5.8 million votes were withheld. Withheld means people voted to indicate they don't support the candidate. There were also 4.3 million broker non-votes. Broker non-votes happen when brokers holding shares for clients don't vote on certain proposals. When it came to the approval of executive pay, more than 68 million votes in favour, about 2 million voted against it, and around 50,000 voters abstained. Again, there were 4.3 million broker non-votes. Lastly, the vote to approve Deloitte & Touche as the accounting firm went very smoothly. Over 74.5 million votes for only 4,000 against, and around 26,000 voters abstained. And that's a quick tour through the company's update. It is worth noting that they also have some extras they call exhibits. These include interactive data files which can be used for more detailed financial analysis. Now, what does all of this mean when we put it together? From these votes we can tell a few things. First, the director election was pretty straightforward, but the number of withheld votes is something to watch. It shows there is a chunk of shareholders who might have reservations. It's usually not good when directors get a lot of withheld votes. The vote on executive compensation is interesting because while it passed, the number of against votes and abstentions suggests there's some unhappiness about how the top executives are being paid. This could mean shareholders think the pay is too high or not aligned with the company's performance. This is not a legal vote, so the company can ignore it, but it's something to keep an eye on. If these numbers get worse, it might be a sign of bigger problems with leadership. Lastly, everyone seemed to be completely on board with the accountant selection, but that's not really a controversial thing to begin with. Asta Conso, what's the big picture for Xometry? The shareholder votes give us a sense of the mood in the room. It's like taking the temperature. You might not be able to know if someone is starting to get sick, but you can tell if something is unusual. Looking at the company's direction overall, the mixed feelings about executive compensation are a potential warning sign. It would be a good idea to keep any eye on the relationship between leadership and the investors. Maybe the board needs to start taking some steps to show shareholders they are listening to their concerns. Alright, that's our take on Xometry's latest corporate update. What do you think about these numbers and what they could mean for the company's future? Drop your thoughts in the comments. If you learned something, hit that like button and subscribe for more easy to understand corporate insights. And don't forget to join our Discord community in the description below. Thanks for watching and see you next time.